power, I'm talking about power in sort of three spaces. There's power of position. So you either have title or access, sort of a chief of staff. That connotates power. Power of wealth, either your own or connection to. And then power of knowledge, so being an expert on data and information. So in that space, I'd say most of the women's rights groups that I work with that are really strong spend a lot of time in the power of knowledge. They're experts on the issues. We've brought some fact sheets for you on philanthropy, leadership, money, and women, so for you to start embracing your own expertise. And I want you to leave today with feeling like you all, as leaders and advocates and agents of change, again, I'm taking it right from your verbiage, you are leaders, advocates, and agents of change. What are you doing personally? So as you build power, right, you start with the leadership, right? Any of you work in organizational development, you start with your CEO, your senior leadership team, your board, your staff, your engagers, your stakeholders, right? So we have to start here with your leadership and your embracing of your power. And when I talk about power in the women's funding space, I talk about power with, not power over, right? It's very subtle, but I think women bring that, and when women try and embrace their power or own their power, as Carol and I were talking about, you own your power, there's sort of a feeling like, oh my goodness, someone else is going to lose power, or there's only a certain amount and I'm going to dominate, or that's my experience of power. So the fun part about the women's funding space is we've brought our own lens to philanthropy, bringing our values and our issues in our community. And I think, 20 years in the women's funding space that I've spent, it has transformed drastically. And this is the last space, in my opinion, is sort of owning our power and owning that it's power with. That we're trying to be inclusive. We're not sort of, in our grant making, we're not better than the grantee. We don't know more. We actually can exchange and learn from each other. It's sort of the philosophy of mentoring and sponsoring the next generation. There's an exchange. We learn from them, right? There's no power over.